Clean with confidence. Welcome to my show. Welcome to my podcast. We have a special guest today. This special guest is a person that's been in this company for how many years? Ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to introduce you to Joe Ray Eco Chick, huh? Is it Joe Ray Eco Chick?
Yes.
Where did the name come about? Where did the name come about? Like Joe Ray Eco Chick. Where did this name come about? Come on. And hi, howdy, partner.
Model lover. You are so funny. You're gonna pick a day that where I'm sick, but to do this. But yes, so you remember I already told you that it's Joe. Joe stands for Joannie. Ray. Which
like
is
Joe
funny.
Ray.
Yeah,
And where
because
does
we're
Eco
the
Chick
combine.
Look at the kids.
Eco
Where's the Eco
meaning
Chick?
like economical
Yep.
or environmental. We're both from Samoa, although
Australia.
I'm
I'm sorry. I'm from Australia.
okay. Alrighty.
I'm from New Zealand. Yeah.
Excuse me. So that's where it's come from. I mean, because we're originally both from American Samoa.
I mean Samoa. You're from American Samoa. I'm from Samoa.
Yeah, Samoa. So, and then I'm a chick, like a girl.
So Joe Ray Eco
Which is funny is
Chick.
because that's my maiden last name anyway. And then, married to a Ray.
Yeah.
Married to Ray, I should
And your
say.
last name is also Ray. Yeah. R-E-A.
Johnson.
Johnson. So we're going to talk about, I'm a person that loves all different chemicals that you see in the stores. Whatever store you go to, I love all those kind of chemicals that I used to use back in those days. I wash dishes with chemicals. I also clean with chemicals. I wash cars with chemicals. And I also brush my teeth with chemicals. But today we're going to talk about a new way, instead of using all the different kind of chemicals or 100% germs that they say, but we're going to talk about a new way of how to live healthy, clean wisely, and clean with Norwex. You're here with your girl, Joey Chick. I'm sure everyone's familiar with her on Instagram, with all the different advices she gives just to promote the healthy side of everything. So Joey Chick, yeah, so when did you start Norwex? When did you start Norwex? Oh, tell me the history about Norwex first, because my audience out here, they want to know when did Norwex start? Did it start in Samoa? Did it start in America? Did it start in Canada? So where did Norwex start?
I had to hold it so that I don't want to, Okay, so I started in 2019. It was actually right after our wedding. Because remember, we got married in 2018 in Australia.
Yeah, we got married. We got married, huh?
Down under in Sydney, Australia. So, yeah. And then, so Norwex started in 1994 in Norway, made its way to Canada, and now, everywhere. In fact, Norwex is in New Zealand and Australia.
Really?
Although they are different, they're in a different region.
Man,
But
I
yeah.
didn't even know that. I didn't even know it was in New Zealand and Australia. Like,
Yes.
so it's kind of like a global kind of company.
Yes, it is definitely a global company. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't know it was in Australia, Australia and New Zealand. Being around those countries, but I didn't know that Norwex is there.
Yeah, actually, Norwex was in New Zealand, and I believe I can't remember if it was New Zealand or Australia before it made its way to the U.S. So yeah.
What was one of the reasons why you got into Norwex? Because you're be honest with everyone. You used to use chemicals as well.
I mean, of course,
I think all of us all use chemicals.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't use chemicals anymore.
I don't think you have a choice.
So I came into a household.
I don't think you have a choice. I mean, you really do have a choice, but I don't think you want to go out yourself. And that's something, remember, like I said, something I said to everybody.
I can't even brush my teeth without Norwex.
I do have other clean stuff.
I can't even wash dishes without Norwex.
Now that's the part that, because somebody else in this house likes to buy something else that's color blue, so that's not Norwex. What you're cleaning your dishes with, that's Norwex, the dishcloth and all. But to answer your question, like what got me into it was, it started with me, like remember I told you that, it was me not knowing. It's funny, it's because most of us growing up, we were just taught, okay, here's the product,
Mm-hmm.
clean, you know, top of bottom. And as someone's, there's constantly people coming to our house. So your house has to be spotless. So we're constantly cleaning. So not knowing that, there are certain ingredients that you cannot mix. And I think that's the one of the good things that when you talk to other people,
Mm-hmm.
you find out like their experiences. And when someone told me that you're not supposed to be mixing ammonia and bleach, I'm just like, dude, if it's a bottle and if it's chemical, I'm going to clean it, wipe it. But then realizing later that I was getting sick. So it's either you make the change or you don't, or you continue to do it. And thankfully that there's so many different options that you can use. And I remember growing up in Samoa, like using like the pulu for a lot of things, just like
She mentioned a word in Samoa called wapulu. For all of you guys that don't know what wapulu is, it's a real microfiber cloth that they use in Samoa, but
man.
it's made out of organic plants. So pretty much, what is one of your favorite products in the, what is your favorite products in that Norwex collections of microfiber cloths? What is your favorite?
What is my favorite? I would have to say two. It's kind of hard to pick and choose which one is my favorite, but I know for sure two that I always travel with, like whether I'm
Yeah, tell me
in.
about it. Yeah, you travel with all of it. Like, how about the suitcases is full of microfiber? Like, there's no clothes inside it. Yeah, there's no clothes inside. It's just microfiber. Like,
I do have clothes, but
we have a whole bag full. Every single time we travel, there's always a bag of any Norwex products.
I'm right here.
Oh,
You
sorry.
can talk to me. Okay, so it's the EnviroCloth. I would say it's the EnviroCloth because that is what replaced a lot of things. I mean,
Mm.
I no longer have to. I mean, I still have those shopping apps, but because remember when we were married, we were living separate because due to all the blah blah blah, um, red tape and stuff. But I would go and Shopkick. I would go and cut coupons because, it was
You want to know those
expensive.
deals? You want to know all these deals?
The deals. Whereas the EnviroCloth, that cut down a lot of the other cleaners. And so I travel with it, and in our last trip that we went, to Turkey, I was wiping down them toilets,
Mm-hmm.
toilet seat covers, and then it's the body cloth. And it's crazy to think that I used to buy um, like, did you know that they actually have wipes for your underarms?
Really?
Yeah, I
I
mean,
didn't
they
know
have.
that. I really didn't know that.
Well, obviously, because you probably didn't have to. Because I have like a skin condition that, I mean, I don't know, but we're not going to go into that. But so I was always having to have like different types of wipes, um, deodorant, and all. So
Mm-hmm.
yes. So those are the two things that I absolutely. Oh, and I forgot to say that. Remember how I was telling you that you can use if your EnviroCloth is dry, you can use it as a duster, as to clean dust. And dust is my worst enemy. Like I
Podcast.
hate
But
dusting.
one of the questions
So
is, how can we bring Norwex into our homes?
that's a good question, and that's actually what I'm like getting started.
Mm.
I'm just getting all my
Your notes together, yeah.
yes, because again, I'm a visual learner.
Yep.
So one way is like parting online because
Party online. Mm.
whether it's like Facebook, Messenger, text message, or in person,
Yep.
because you're not going to find Norwex in stores. It's an in-home online company where we are educated in how to use the products. And education is very important because in order for you to your products to last longer or for you to clean with confidence,
Yes.
you need to know exactly how to use the products and which ones, like because the EnviroCloth is like E for everything. You can basically clean anything because we all know, you and I both know, none of us was educated properly on how to use these. No one really paid attention and read. Well, actually, you know what? I shouldn't say no one. I should say many of us never flip that wrist and read those ingredients and read it because there are
Reading is essential.
instructions.
Reading is
Yes,
essential.
reading is essential. But in cleaning and disinfecting, there's either 3 to 4 steps that is even mentioned in the back. And why is it that everything is always in fine print, right? Things are in fine print.
Totally agree.
We always, when we
Totally
look at a
agree.
product, we see what's in front, then we are easily attracted to that marketing that's in the front, but we never read what's in the back.
I totally agree with you.
So in order for it to be disinfecting or sanitizing, there is a contact time. There is a before and after when using this. Like, and honestly, like, I never thought of that. Who really takes the time to sit back and read? Let's see. To disinfect, you need to pre-clean surface. Pre-clean surface with what? With microfiber, towel, or anything. And then use enough wipes to visibly wet surface. So that could be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cloths, visibly wet, and then a contact time depending on what product you use.
Yeah.
So that's 1, 2, 3. And then especially like when you're cleaning, in if you're cleaning to cook, you need to take off all that, stuff
So pretty much with
off the surface.
so when people are buying Norwex products or using microfiber cloths that they have, so everything has a name for every single.
Yes, every product has its name. Every product has its purpose. Then there are things where you can do. It's a dual, dual.
Yes, and
Job.
I totally agree about what you mentioned before regarding reading is essential. Yeah. Because sometimes people just buy these kind of chemicals or products just because they saw it on TV. Somebody advertise it. Somebody says, you know what, use this product here. It removes 100% of germs.
I don't think anybody says 100. There's always like that 99.999 or something, because nothing is 100. It's just like you cannot have kids without. I mean,
Just like a good example, like what you said there, like you can have 6 fingers, but you can't use
no
200
microfiber,
people.
regular microfiber, not this one. This one don't have 6 fingers. A regular microfiber has kind of like 1/6 the size of the fiber. So this one is chemical. Microfiber is mechanical. So mechanical, and there's 3 types of cleaning. There's mechanical cleaning,
Chemical cleaning,
chemical cleaning, and then thermal cleaning.
thermal cleaning,
where you use fire.
Yeah.
So, and that's why I says like you can always like have in-home parties, and that's when I team up with my business partner and I help her or him, not disregarding like the men out there.
There's a lot of men that use Norwex.
Yeah, it's true.
They
You
use it for
use
the
it.
under. Yeah.
Yeah, you use it. Although you have your favorites.
I do. Actually, I do have my favorite
You
Norwex
have
products.
the ones where you don't
Yes,
want
I do.
to do. Like
I have
I
my
want you
favorite-
to wash
I have
your
my
car.
favorite Norwex products.
Like somebody else in this house likes to use the car cloth, the car mitt. Because men, they like to clean their car, they like to wax their car, and you like to like drive through something.
No, I like to wash. I like to,
Okay.
One day
so
I
I'm
am
sorry.
going to
So
use the
you see how my
Norwex
brain
products.
goes like so you can set
One
an
day-
appointment.
one day
you can set a day,
I'm gonna
and then
use
we
the
can
Norwex
have
products. Wash
we'll
cars.
like host. I'm like, I'll go and I host coach you, like invite different friends, like 20 to 30 different friends, where you can have whether it's online. And I say 20 to 30 because maybe 10. Will come. And a lot of times we have this thing like we're like, oh, I don't have any friends. I don't know anybody. I don't know 20 people. But who do you come across? Like there's a lot of times we do, like if you sit down, like if you want to earn your cloths or your products for free or nearly free, you're going to get down and write them names.
So pretty much you're saying,
and figure out who.
So pretty much you're saying you have to
Host a
try
party.
it. So,
Yeah.
so if you're gonna host a party,
Host
make
a
sure you
healthy
invite your
home.
family.
Yes.
Make sure you invite your friends.
Family, friends,
Make sure you
acquaintances,
invite your work
mates,
friends. If
your
you have any,
hairdresser,
if you have any work friends, make sure you invite your school friends.
Actually, do I
And
have
also
that?
make sure you invite the people that you go to the meetings with,
Church?
or church, for some. So you can invite them to this, to these Norwex parties. So it's not so these parties. It's not like with disco lights, dancing. This is like a different kind of party. This is like Norwegian parties.
Norwex experience merged together makes the word Norwex. Yes. In fact, that is one of the places that I want to go to in 2026, Norway.
Norway.
To see the
Norway, the
Nordic
city.
people.
Norway is the
See the
city of
Nordic
the sea.
people. Nordic people. So you know how we are oceanic people?
Pacific.
They oceanic people, yes. Or Pacifica.
I think it's starting to be like Moana.
Oceanic
I'm from the
because of
South
the
Pacific.
South. No, the Pacific Ocean, which is the deepest ocean, right? And then, speaking about the ocean, like this is like really helping with our.
I've got a. There's another question here. This question here is all the way from Samoa. Wow. Talofa lava. Talofa lava. I didn't even know this. I didn't even know this is going all the way down to Samoa, man. Like, really? So the question is here from one of our Samoan,
You're a joker, man.
one of our Samoan fans out there. So they're saying that, how can I bring Norwex to Samoa? How can I bring Norwex to Samoa? Well, we can't give you the whole island of Norway, but we can bring you the products of Norwex, of course. Is that
So
true?
Norix is, I mean, that's yeah, Talpalava, Wamaiwe, you know, Sailava Murfsili.
But this is a really good question because these people out there, they've been seeing your videos on Instagram, also on Facebook. That you have some of these videos, and they're really, really interested. And some of them, like example like this fan of ours here, all the way from Samoa that wants to use some
Samo
Norwex.
Sisifo or
And
Samo Sai?
I don't know which part of it. Are you from? Can you write back on here where you're from? Are you from the original Samoan, or are you from the American side? Because we have two types.
You know, and that's another thing. Side note. You know, every Samoan from. Wait, where is Samoa? No, sorry. American Samoa
American
is
Samoa.
East Society.
American Samoa and
No, I'm sorry. So it's American Samoa, and then if you go north, east, south, west. So American Samoa is first, and then Samoa, right? Oh no, is it Samoa? Then let me look at them. Where's one is
see, but this is a really, really good question. This is a really good question because in Samoa, as we all know, that in the islands, so pretty much, it takes like 2 to 3 hours just to get around an island. Okay, so you got Polo and you got Savai, or like what they call it, Savalasi. So in Samoa, because it takes 2 to 3 hours just to get around the islands, and every single house is next to the. We have a lot of houses right next to the ocean, and some of these houses are faced with a lot of, the sands, pretty much, the ocean, that affects, like where they live, and I'm sure when they use Norwex, it'll be good for them to clean, all those sandy.
The dust mitt definitely is good for. Remember, and I took the dust mitt. I took it to Australia, which we never even got into the beach. I mean, we went to the beach, but I didn't get into the water. Well, which is I don't understand why is Australia's water a lot colder than Samoa. But anywho, I've taken it to when we went to Samoa too. So yeah, definitely the dust mitt is very good at taking the dust off. But unfortunately, Norix, it is a global company. However, it is not in Samoa or New Zealand. I mean, I'm Samoa or American Samoa. So instead of like paying for two shipping, like if you knew somebody or like if you know somebody who is traveling, which a lot of us are used to that, and I know TSA doesn't like that.
But then you
I
reckon
know
it's
TSA
something.
doesn't like that, for us to take somebody else's. But I mean, if you know, like if you tell your family, like, hey, so these are, Norix cloths. These are microfiber that's going to somebody else's house. But see, in Australia and New Zealand and Samoa too, they use tea cloths.
Tea cloths.
Don't you guys call it that, tea cloth?
No.
What is the cloth that you use? Tea towels.
Tea towels, that's it. A tea cloth. I was about to grab some tea cloth. I was about to go get some tea leaves and make it a tea cloth. So another question here from some of our readers is that when can we start? When
That's
can they
all on
start?
you.
It all depends on the
Start to
person. It all depends on the
take
person, no?
if you wanna go in. So if you okay, I'm very frugal and money is tight. Money is
Of
tight these
course,
days, and people are always looking at how they can
America's
cut.
it's a high place.
People are always looking at how they can cut their expenses and all. So, and that's the one thing that I like about Norwex, that they have different packages. The basic package, which is like just the EnviroCloth and the window cloth, clean and shine. And then you go to the next package, which is the household package, which is clean, shine, and dust. And I always say, like, if you are like, I want to start, I would always say recommend those three cloths, because that will cover your three bases.
So which one is that
Clean,
one?
shine, the household package.
The household package. What
Those are the
cloths do you
three
get?
cloths. The EnviroCloth,
EnviroCloth?
clean, window cloth, shine, dust mint, dust.
That's all you need, free.
And
Three
it's
of those
called the
cloths.
household, right? But then if you're like, nope, I want to start today, I want to go all in, I want to buy now and then host a party when I have tried these products, and then I can confidently share with my friends and family, then yes, then I would recommend the Safe Haven 5, which is the 5 products. So those three cloths, clean, shine, dust, and includes also the laundry detergent to clean those cloths, because just like we take care of our clothing, our shoes, our cars, we take them for maintenance routine, because we want our cars to continuously work. We put in good gas, depending on what gas you like. If you do go Costco, Chevron, whichever, right? You take your shoes to go to the shoe repair.
But how long?
Or you mend
but
your
how many
clothes
times?
sometimes.
So how many times do you have to wash these clothes?
That really depends on you and how well you agitate those cloths. So, and then, I'm sorry, one more thing, and then the cleaning paste. So those are the 5 products, right? Because there are things that you need a little bit more like more elbow grease, and that's where the other the cleaning paste comes in. So those are the 5. That's the Safe Haven 5. That's the other package. That's if you want to go all in. And then if you have like extra money to splurge, that's where I would say go for the Safe Haven 5 Plus. That includes your like kitchen cloth, and you already know, like, I like to clean the kitchen counters, the cabinets with the kitchen cloth, because it's easier to agitate, it's easier to pick and clean versus the EnviroCloth. I use the EnviroCloth for the rest of the house, but the kitchen cloth specifically for the kitchen. So that's what the class does here. So when you say how often, so once you're done with cleaning, you agitate that cloth, you get in there, you like rub it, scrub it,
How many times? How many times do we have to wash it? So if I'm using microfiber every single day, 7 days a week, 24/7.
24/7, then you can either do it at the end of the week or 3 to 4 days, throw it in the wash. So it's really up to you and how. If you have one cloth, maybe, and you're cleaning your entire house, maybe you would want to clean it after the 3rd or 4th day. But if you have like one cloth for the kitchen, one cloth for, like a different cloth here and different cloth there, I'll give it to the end of the week. But here's the thing that I always like to add to, is if you don't have the laundry detergent, because I always like to sprinkle a little bit of detergent, right? Use that little detergent to clean the cloth, and then hang it to dry. That is the key thing, is you have to clean. You have to use, see, look it. This is the little hook. You guys see my Cheetos right here. Little hook. That is you have to let your cloth dry, hang it to dry, to allow that backlock technology.
So that's another question
and see
here.
how it says kitchen.
That's another question here.
Kitchen. So you would know that this is.
So you use that for the kitchen. I see.
Well,
I
kitchen, because
see.
this is basically like a napkin, or napkin, or you can use this as, to a cloth to clean in the counters or something.
And we have another question here, as we're talking about that subject of microfiber cloth in the kitchen. Does these microfiber smell? That's a really, really, really good quick question, because we have a lot of microfiber there that smells terrible. It's terrible.
Well, why does it smell terrible? Because what are we always inclined to do when we have a cloth?
Just leave it there.
Leave it there or do this. Or it's sitting like what? Up like a ball. And that's the same thing with our dishcloth too. Sometimes the dishcloth is like here. How is the backlog technology going to self-purify the cloth?
Oh, it's got technology in it.
Backlog technology,
Yeah.
right? It's a patent ingredient. It's a
Wow.
technology. It's an antibacterial
This is amazing.
agent that is specifically for the cloth. And what it does, it inhibits the cloth. Now, if your cloth is a little, if it does have a stench, then maybe that's time for it to go in, in the wash. But
It's got technology.
after you're done cleaning, then you agitate your cloth, you hang it to dry.
So it's not. There's no AI in there, no. There's no AI inside.
What?
AI.
I always forget like your oxygen comes in, like it kicks in, like
Kicks in all the time, like you know, it doesn't have AI in there.
Is that a car?
It doesn't
Like
have
in your
AI in
schedule.
there.
What's on the schedule today? No, there is no AI in here. So the backlog technology, it's in a liquid form, so it's melted down and it's embedded in the cloth. The backlog technology, you melt it down into a liquid form, and its sole purpose is for the cloth to inhibit the growth of bacteria, mold, fungus from growing into the cloth. So eventually, like if you just clean and ball your thing up, yes, it's gonna smell. Because you're not allowing the backlog to breathe, to let it go. You gotta let go of the stuff that's you're cleaning your cloth with, and let it breathe. Just like you and I need to breathe, the thing gotta breathe too.
Microfiber needs to breathe too.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, see, like right here, and here is a good thing. So the silver or the antibacterial, I always say that's like, so you know how like when you're getting into like marriage and like first time, you take birth control, right? So what is birth control for?
I didn't take birth control.
Not you taking birth control. I'm just saying like a woman takes birth control, and that's to like cut down your chances. It's not 100%, because that 1% is going to that soldier might make its way all the way up, So the antibacterial agent, backlog, that acts like a birth control kind of, where it blocks, it creates like holes in the membrane of it to, inhibit the growth of it from growing into your cloths. So, again, visual. My friend. You're sick. There you go. There's dinner. Chicken dinner. Which it is chicken. So I'm guessing that we definitely gonna be wrapping this up, right? Because you have dinner. Oh no.
Oh, that's great. So you have to use the microfiber.
Oh
You
no.
can use the Norwex Microfiber to remove that grease on the table.
Yeah, definitely. Gonna use kitchen cloth.
Oh, man.
Baby, you're gonna end it.
All right, we're going to end that because we just got to eat the chicken because it's nice and hot.
Oh man, you gotta take this over here. So so definitely stay tuned to next week.
Episode.
Where we're gonna talk more about hosting, partying, Norwex, the life, small swaps, big impact. So far, so good.
Howdy, partner.
Kia ora. No. What is it? How do you say?
Aquiteano.
Kat-
Aquiteano.
How do you say? What? How do you say? Kate-tiano?
Aquiteano.
Tofase fua. And how do the Australians say? I know they say good day, but
Today,